back. This is Reba Robot. I'm Carlos Charlie, and I'm here with my two best friends here. I'm here with, of course, Shinke Day,
Hey, what up?
and
What up,
also
everybody?
and also Humberto, aka the Camper. Die Camper? Die Camper, right?
Thai camper.
Die
That's it,
Camper.
bro.
Yeah, Die Camper. There you go. How's it going, guys?
Well, bored.
Bored?
Bored
That's
Yeah,
for
why
quarantine time, man.
quarantine time.
quarantine.
That's why we're doing this. Actually, our plan is to keep your mind off this pandemic to take you to another pandemic. A zombie. I don't think it's to be honest. Now that I said that, I don't think it's a good idea, dude. It's like we're gonna get people like even more depressed and fucking like going crazy. But yes, we're gonna play Resident Evil 3. Uh, this game I've played it back 20 years ago. This game came out 20 years ago, right? Is it 20? Yeah.
It came out
Yeah,
on 1998. Yeah, 22 years ago.
yeah. 22
22
years
years
ago.
ago. Man, and the thing is, I got this game like on release date back then. So, goddamn, dude, that's like now I'm bored and depressed, dude. Now, now I'm old in this type of situation. Anyways, though, so yeah,
If you got this game, if you got the original game on release, you are on the endangered group for.
Yeah,
for the
you're pretty
pandemic.
vulnerable.
I'm pretty vulnerable. So yeah, so we're gonna play this game, and right now I think it's just a weird time to play a game like this, right? I mean, we never thought that this would be happening. I mean, it's like it's released in the most weirdest day. Anyways, but
Yeah, I
okay.
know.
So game mode, I'm just gonna do standard because if I do hardcore and I die every 5 minutes, on the first part, it's gonna be boring. So I'm just gonna put standard right now. It's normal, easy. Eventually, I'll do hardcore probably on my second run, but I will do standard. So let's see
All
how
right.
this goes. It's like real footage, doesn't it? That is real footage. What am I talking about? Yeah.
This pandemic has spread faster than
Ooh,
any
that's
I don't know,
disease
because he
in
hasn't
modern
he hasn't
history.
still posted the video.
Angry
So
mobs roam the city.
I haven't caught up.
Authorities are bracing for more rioting tonight.
Oh wow, dude. I think they used real audio on the original. Oh,
A
real
citywide
footage.
emergency has been declared.
On the original one, no, they did not.
Officials can't say.
Did
I
they
thought
not?
it
They
was.
not. Actually, the opening cinematic on the original game is one of my opening
These are the
cinematics of
core
all time.
values that
For some
create the
reason.
foundation for Umbrella.
I like how they're using actually real footage. I kind of miss that.
It's this foundation that will continue
That's
to
that's
build
actually
a brighter future for
kind of
all
strange
of
because
us.
because the remake of one and remake of two do not have any live footage.
No, but I remember Resident Evil 1 did. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh
the,
yeah, that's beautiful.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's that is a beautiful cinematic. Man. It's probably one of the most badass cinematics.
Hell yeah, it is. Dude, I remember this game when it came out. It came out to me as a surprise 20 years ago. Like after 2, and like all of a sudden 3 came out. It was like out of nowhere, from what I remember.
Actually, this was a game that kind of convinced me to switch from Nintendo to PlayStation.
Really? Was this the game that
Ah.
did it for you?
Yeah, this was the one that, and to be fair, it was this and Final Fantasy VIII. I was already dipping my toes with Final Fantasy VII, but it was this Final Fantasy VIII and Silent Hill.
Speaking of which,
Oh, yeah.
who's gonna stream Final Fantasy? You'll stream it, Shinke?
Find it.
If we get it in time, right? Oh shoot! Look,
But,
I could move. I thought it was a cinematic. I'm waiting, like I'm here sitting here looking at the window. It's actually first person.
now those are graphics, man.
Dude.
What?
Yeah.
Those are graphics.
Can I see my feet? Oh, I can't see my feet. I always look at those. Oh wait, yeah, I can. I can see my hand. I saw my hand. Okay. Also, you guys, I play inverted. Unfortunately,
Yeah, you're
I,
you're one of those freaks.
I'm a freak, dude. Straight freak of nature. And the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is,
that's the reason God is punishing him.
because of people like me. And the thing is, each time I see X and Y, I go. Each time I go X, Y. Okay, so it's Y. I always do that. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I'm inverted. I'm very good at jet airplane games. I'm really good at those, dude. By the way. Oh, look at that! You need to go open the window. Oh, never mind. You could close the window.
It is starting actually very different, right? Because
Oh,
remember
yeah.
on the original one, you start in the thick of the action. Actually,
Yeah, exactly. You're like in there. Yeah. Ooh, there's your car and there's your badge.
you start with a machine gun and getting assaulted by like a bunch of zombies. Like what?
Oh, look at all these details, dude. Girl, Stone Age girl. I like looking at all this little stuff. Like, what is this from? Are there any Easter eggs in here? Type of thing. I think she's dreaming because the color of this video, it looks like a dream, right? Or like a, or like a memory. or
Yeah,
something.
like flashback. Kind of.
Exactly like a flashback. All right, well, let's go here. Raccoon City. It looks like a map from Silent Hill. You know how they do those maps?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Speak-
So, what's up?
Speaking of Silent Hill, the rumors that were running rampant about 2 weeks or so about Silent Hill being revived.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they're gonna be episodic, right? Supposedly, or somebody wants to buy them too, right? Was Sony wanted to buy the rights?
Yeah,
from
I heard it was Sony.
All right, guys, I'm leaving the apartment. Oh, you know what? Stay home. Curve the pandemic. Stay home. Don't go out.
Yeah, actually, she should just do social distancing and just stay home.
I know, right? That's the whole game. You finish the game, you go back to bed.
Yeah, just go back to bed and be like quarantine yourself, and then just like game over. The ending, right?
Exactly. This is the
Like
real
in Far Cry, like in Far Cry.
Far Cry. All right, I'm guessing if I open this, it's like, oh, that's kind of dude. That reminds me of what's up
No, go ahead, because I think you're gonna say the same as me.
from Resident Evil. What's it called? The first person one that came out. What's it called? Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
This reminds me of it. This is like a part of
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me,
Do you know,
dude.
Yeah.
do you know actually what's cool about knowing that they have the first mode caked in? That somebody on PC will mod it for VR.
Oh.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, I'm gonna do my makeup.
Alright, you cannot face apocalypse without makeup.
Without makeup. Uh-oh.
I actually do like the new design of Jill. She looks more of an action hero than the original one.
What's her name? Malkovich? She looks more like, kind of like the actual actress that played Silent Hill. Or Silent Hill. Resident Evil, I'm talking about.
Yeah, the what's her face? Mila Jovovich.
Jovovich.
Yeah.
That looks nuts. Dude, that's like first hand on how you
That's-
turn into a zombie.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude. I mean, I figured out she will have PTSD after the Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, of course,
Defense.
dude. She almost that one part where she almost became a Jill sandwich. That's like the most traumatic part.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Gets worse every night.
Do you think they will remake one on this time?
I think they remade it so many times, dude. That's like part 4. You know, that's like everyone keeps on talking about remake part 4 and part 1, and people are like, they've done it so many times already. Maybe, I don't
3
know.
more
I mean,
days. Then I can kiss his town.
Last week on my stream, when I was addressing somebody asking that, I personally do not think they will remake 4, and I don't even think it will be a good idea to remake 4.
Dude, it's been done so many times. It's like, I mean, if they want to, that's fine, but I'm not, I don't think they're gonna do it. It doesn't make sense.
Too many pills.
And the thing is, yeah, it doesn't make sense. And the thing is, that's my first argument. The thing is, you can play it anywhere, and by anywhere, I literally mean it. You can buy it on phones and
Oh my god,
in
yeah.
GameCubes and
Yeah.
whatever console you have.
I bet even the developers are burned out on it, dude. Like this again, God, 4? Damn, they're like unless if after 3 they go down a different route, kind of like alternating the course of history, kind of, and then making like a new part 4, kind of based off that, I guess. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Maybe.
That's what I said. That's what I
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
They should actually take this opportunity to do like go like an alternate history,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
do like an alternate 4 and so on. The other thing, this is another point that I made on that I made on my stream is that if they remake it, there's a lot of things on 4, a lot of goofy things and stuff, and the way the game is designed and some like funny parts and stuff. That if you put them on the RE engine or with the same kind of like design philosophy they've been following on these past 3 games, it will not make sense.
Yeah.
So they will have to take that out, and people will not like that and will hate it. So I don't even think it's a good idea that they
Mhm.
remake 4.
I agree. I definitely agree.
I do think they could still remake 1. Not saying that they should or that they will, but I think they could remake 1.
Yeah, they could.
Oh, you see how that transitioned? It went from like first person to like Resident Evil 7, and then now it's back to I guess 4.
Who could that be?
There you go. That looks nice.
Doesn't it?
Yep.
Dude, I imagine how it looks like on PC. By the way, if anybody's watching, Shinke's gonna do a playthrough tomorrow, so you probably get to see how different it looks on the PlayStation through the PC. I mean, it's gonna be a cool difference.
Dude, I said I was thinking about it. Now you just committed me to
Okay, you know what? All right, sorry I did that. I didn't say
No,
Shinke
you-
promised the community too. Sorry about that. For some reason, I thought you were gonna do it.
Hello?
Jill,
No,
are you okay?
I mean,
Is that you?
now I'm gonna do it. You committed me, so now I got it.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain.
That's the decision. The decision has been
All right,
taken.
let me grab my...
Oh, dude! Already? You gotta be Dude, this.
Okay,
All
I
right.
haven't gotten that far
Oh, dude, just
yet, so.
just wait, dude. It's like.
In your face,
Shit, I see
bro.
that. What?
Dude, it's already.
What?
Oh.
Dude, but you don't even have a fucking gun. Oh, there you go. You do have a gun.
Yeah, I should get a gun.
Dude, it's like he's wearing a trash bag as a suit. Oh, fuck, dude. It's getting worse. Oh. Dude, this thing is like slamming me everywhere.
What? And you started already with low health? That's gonna come back.
That's like a little hardcore, man.
It is.
Dude, there's people hanging from the rail trying to jump out. That's nuts. There's a liquor store.
That is like a Dark Souls. That is like a Dark Souls
Intro,
type of,
right? When they throw you in the fire.
Yeah, so you don't know how to play this game? Well, here's a boss, bitch.
it's like
Yeah, but
it is. It's like trial by fire. They just throw you to the wolves already, you know?
But the freaking graphics, man. The thing is, that is one thing about 2. I mean, the game looks freaking amazing, man.
It does, dude. It
The
really
RE
does.
engine is your premier AAA engine.
It
But
is.
the thing is, on this game they use way more color, way more detail, so it looks more flashy.
It looks really immersive, man. This game is really sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I do really want another VR Resident Evil.
Resident Evil
Oh,
game,
Because believe it or not, RE7 does not support VR on PC. Not even I think there is a mod, but it's not.
But that's ridiculous because it's on the PlayStation. It's like the PlayStation
Yeah.
does it. The PC shouldn't have no issues. You'd figure, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
dude, you gotta see what happened.
Holy shit.
You gotta see how they use the camera in the next part.
Okay, I'm just like 1 minute behind.
I know, that's why.
Oh, there you. Oh, man, what? That's kind of. If you're talking about like the Nemesis following kill on the hallway.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Uncharted, like.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, you're right. It is. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
You okay?
What was that thing?
Damned if I know.
And
But right now,
speaking
it's got
of
a hard on the only two
Uncharted
stars
and
left in
games
town.
that look
You and me.
look badass,
I'm not
what
sticking
you guys
around.
think about The Last of
Look
Us
around.
being
The longer we
indefinitely
wait, the more screwed we
delayed?
are.
For me, I'm okay with it because I got the super duper special edition and I'm running out of money, so it gives me time to save for it. I'm cool with it. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm cool with it.
The thing is, I cannot divorce for this situation. I cannot divorce reality of what I want.
Yeah.
I don't think right now is not the time to. It's not the time to think about the late video games. It
isn't.
is.
And you know what? I saw your tweet that you retweeted to, or you replied to Angry Joe. How he's like, oh, is Sony saying not to release it? And you're like, no, dude, there's a pandemic going on. I saw your reply to Angry Joe.
Oh yeah. I was like, dude, like, it's you should be the one like giving some like level head to the community, not like stirring up the community.
Not stirring up hate.
So either you live on another fucking reality. The thing is, I do like Angry Joe, and that guy is pretty level-headed, man. So I came out of left field. They're like, dude, are you living in another freaking reality or what? Like, this is not to complain about it. All the supply chains are actually right now disrupted. There's no way they can deliver the game. Everything they wanted to.
Yeah.
They want to. It's not that they don't want to. I think
No,
they
no, they
don't
do.
have any way to.
And plus, they know they have a huge hardcore fan base, dude. Even though only one game came out, people love it, dude.
Yeah.
It's a huge fan
Do me a
base.
favor. Don't fuck up like I do. Go!
Yeah, if any of you just go to any of the PlayStation groups on Facebook or Reddit, the only thing they every two posts is somebody just praising Last of Us. So.
It's a great game. I love it, dude. It's it's its own thing.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
me, it is disappointing. It is disappointing, but not for the fact that the game is being delayed. It is disappointing that all of our lives are right now upside down. Because right now, I was thinking just like 2 weeks ago, I was pretty confident that I was gonna get Final Fantasy VII on time, and now I don't even know if I'm gonna get it, man.
Yeah, we're just talking about that, dude. That's very true. I mean, sorry, I gotta.
Well, the
It
thing
is
is
just-
that this is
it-
like
What?
Yeah, go
Sorry.
ahead. No, the thing is that this is like the very first time in our lives in which we're facing a quarantine like this, like worldwide, you know? So it's like a game changer right now.
In fact, what I think it was actually Capcom released the coronavirus. It is
To make this game very, very immersive, they released it on purpose.
This is next level realism, bitches. This is how it is.
Get away! Oh, got bit for the first time.
Something that I noticed is the zombies here are more harder to avoid than.
Yeah, and some of them dodge, or even they have like too much of a wobble, so you can't get that headshot. That's why you gotta shoot the kneecaps, but that takes a lot of ammo too. I noticed. For example, I thought that was a zombie.
Don't come any closer.
Hey, come on.
Well, you can actually do the tried and true technique of down in a zombie and just shoot it.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that'll save ammunition.
Oh, because that's actually
Oh,
I don't know if it's cool or not, because I think they balanced it out well on part 2 by making them
Dario Rosso.
making the knife
Yeah, right.
indestructible,
You
right?
just want to steal my
Yeah.
steakhouse.
You know
Yeah,
what? I got a big.
Missy.
Missy?
Oh, is that what's his Dario Rosa? What's his name?
Who?
The
That
guy
guy.
at the very beginning.
Oh, Brad. Brad?
No, Brad, the other one, the one that goes into the container.
Oh, I didn't see the dude's name. Yeah, the guy that just slammed the
guy.
door on my face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that one.
El ojete.
He's got pretty
Ojete.
fucked up stuff. He's got
Yeah,
pretty
Dario
fucked up stuff.
Rosso.
Yeah, Dario Rosso. Yeah, you got it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this game looks very well done, dude.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, it's just like getting to a quite different world than the original game we played, you know?
Oh, of course, man.
Because especially back in the day, we were stunned by the polygons and the graphic quality. Right now, with all of these textures and engines, it's just like, dude, it's unbelievable. It's just like so photorealistic, man. Even for like the buildings, like the movie posters,
Yeah,
like
man.
the advertising in the street, everything's so photorealistic, man.
Dude, do you remember the tank controls? Oh, I don't miss the tank controls, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, actually, this game kind of has tank controls.
Oh! Kick him! Kick him!
You know what? I actually want to see how they do what they do on Nexium,
Yeah.
because when it comes to poly counts and like surface and like stuff like that, I don't think they actually need to overhaul the engine at all. But if they start using ray tracing, that would be mind blowing.
Oh man.
I did show you controlling with ray tracing, right?
Yeah, you did when I came over that one time. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And
That shit
just
looks
imagine
amazing.
like the whole engine like optimized for ray tracing. Because like just as Humberto was saying, like the poly count and the details and stuff, I think they can still hold up for next gen, but they need to do more with light rendering and all that, and just freaking ray tracing, and just seeing like all those light sources and the different colors, and imagine how it would look ray traced. It would be mind blowing, man. And next gen enough.
It's my turn, bitch.
Dude, you gotta check what's going on right now. Oh my god, get away from me!
Dude!
Ooh.
Oh man, that motherfucker.
Ooh, that ripped his trash bag
Run
suit.
over, yeah.
I was gonna rip his trash bag suit. Oh.
They make his eco
Dude,
friendly.
do something!
I know, right? You think a car is gonna scratch this guy?
Nah. Ah, just look at that, man.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Oh!
If you pit on a fight, Nemesis, Mr. X, and Baker, that Baker who would win.
Oh! Dude, you gotta see when this guy's on fire. It looks so good. Ah, ahí está mi tocayo, Carlos. Tocayo.
Hey, easy.
Actually, if you let your hair
safe.
shaggy, you look
Get you
exactly
someplace
like it.
safe.
I wanna buy that wig, and if there's Comic-Con, I won't go as Carlos, dude. Buy that wig.
Ooh, that would
Yeah.
be great, man.
You're in it?
Well, next year.
Yeah, next year. I
Because
don't think this year. Yeah,
I
you're
don't think
right.
it will be coming.
It's not. It's not, dude. You're right. That was insane. This game is like in the verge of action and horror, which is kind of you gotta be careful where you cross that
We've
line.
been bringing survivors
For
here.
example, Resident Evil
You're
5.
aware.
My guys
Yeah.
have converted
Oh, yeah.
the subway cars into a shelter.
There's this weird thing though, because I've seen people complaining about
I'm fine.
how this
Personal
game
space, okay?
is more leaning to action than horror.
Let's go.
But the thing is, it is exactly the
come
same when
The dipshit that closed
this came out, like the original
Sorry,
came
we're gonna
out,
have to
because
go around.
it came out like exactly a
Hey,
year
don't you
after
know about
part
that
2,
monster?
and then it was more leaning to action than horror.
Nothing. I've never seen anything
So
like
it is mirroring
It's no
exactly
zombie.
like what
It
happened
knows what it wants and won't
22
stop
years
till it
ago.
gets it.
It's amazing
Yeah.
how they did that, huh? After all that
No
time, they
thanks.
still kind
It's all
of got
yours.
the formula right, I guess. I don't know. Because this, you got to remember,
promise you're
back
happy.
then, the cameras were fixed. You can't see around the corner.
yeah.
Really. Remember how the cameras were like Silent Hill type of back in the day?
Fucking
You don't know what's around the corner.
You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, true.
What are you talking about?
I actually do like that.
You don't have to trust me.
I do like the
I'm going
fixed
to
camera
show
angles because it gives you it
Come
makes
in.
you more creative as a level designer and game director.
Yeah.
This
But
way.
but just because of gameplay and seeing how they made it work on 2 at least, because I haven't played this yet. I will not go back with Resident Evil, but I think some other people should still, which is happening. There is a resurgence on a classic survival horror after the Amnesia clones hype is down.
Yeah.
There is a resurgence of classic survival horror PlayStation-like games, and I would for Resident Evil. I think what Capcom is doing right now is fine, but I believe other people should pick up the mantle on the old school games and do more of those. Because I like the way you can pose like cameras and like angles and how you have to be creative about, because you have to like every room you have to design it on a way to accomplish something. Like you have to, for example, position the camera in such a way that you have to give away items, collectibles, the safe route, enemies and stuff like that. So you gotta be very, very creative.
That is true. That's very true.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
especially because
Game level design.
no, it's cool. It's cool, especially because you have to kind of be that creative as a movie director, you know, because there is something you want to tell to the gamer that it's going through that specific part of the game, you know. So it's pretty awesome.
Exactly. Actually, that's pretty much the skill set that you need for that type of camera angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Here it is more with third person, like the way it is done now. It is more direct, but it's still that does. In a way, I believe tougher. Called amnesia counts and stuff like that. If you remember during the resurgence of survival horror, thanks to Amnesia and what's the other game that you like, Charlie?
It's cool.
Layers of Fear? Which one?
Thank you.
Oh, no, Layers of Fear, the one that you...
Outlast. Outlast.
Yeah, Outlast.
I love
Outlast.
Outlast.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can use this to stay in contact.
The way they scare the players now is by removing away or your ability to defend yourself.
You gotta run away, not fight. You gotta run away. And plus, there's one hit kill. When you're caught, you're done.
Head up to street level.
Exactly.
It's like tag, like a game of tag, cat and mouse tag.
Exactly. So, I personally find that boring. I don't like that type of gameplay.
I love it. It's challenging. It's challenging and it's scary as hell when you're like you're defenseless. I think the greatest fear is like being defenseless and you gotta run away because you don't have a chance to go up what you're scared of. It's just, to me, that's like, I love it. But then again, I mean, I know where we're raised from. Like example, like here or Silent Hill, you have weapons to actually defend yourself, and it doesn't mean that in a game that has weapons, it's not scary. I mean, that's definitely not true. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point that I was going to. Especially Silent Hill, because there is something really funny about Silent Hill, and it's something that I mentioned also on my stream last time. Silent Hill, it is more combat oriented than Resident by far. In fact, you never run out of ammo. You have always plenty of ammo. You have always plenty of healing knives. Competent. It is not good by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a competent melee system.
Yeah.
And it is way more oriented to combat. And still, it is way scarier. And nobody even ever talks about the combat because that's not what the game is about. So
exactly, you
can still make a scary game. I think it was lost during the PlayStation 3 era. That art was lost, completely wiped out of history, and everybody just forgot how make games like this. But I think actually Capcom did a pretty good job, at least on 7 and 2, because they recaptured all of that magic. So
Copy that.
So
Let's do this fast.
I am actually excited. I heard rumors this week that supposedly Part 8 is going to go like somewhere crazy to different cases. They're actually with, but but I'm actually very excited to see what they do.
Me too, man.
And if I might be right, pissing people off might mean that they are going to go full VR.
You think so?
Oof.
Dude, after seeing what happened with Half-Life Alyx and the community, that's the best way to piss the community off, man. Just making sure that 70% of the people won't be able to play your game.
No, it's true because VR is not for everybody, and even though people can afford it, some people just don't like it because people get dizzy off of it. It's not for everybody, man.
Yeah, I know.
It is not.
And that's why pretty much I wanted to go to Shinky's place to kind of give it a try to the VR before buying the PlayStation Kit, you know, because I know that maybe I will feel like in the same way, but so lucky me, I didn't felt in that way.
It is. I do believe that everybody can play VR, but the curve that you adjust yourself to the point that you can play consistently is different for everybody. There's people who can only play like half an hour a day before getting decent stuff. Some other people can adjust pretty much like right away and play for longer times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it took me a while to kind of last for hours because I started like having these horrible headaches, you know?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I think you.
You're cutting out, dude.
Flashing.
I think you're cutting out.
Flashing light at your directly in your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Well, of course, if you play Resident Evil, you know how to mix your herbs, right? I mean, green with red makes a way more powerful healing substance, or you can use your green herb, which gives you a moderate healing. But if you mix the green and the red, you make like a maximum health potion, I guess you could say, right? Or mix it.
So you're mixing mota with bergamota, right?
Yeah. There you go. Now you're talking. But
okay, I
gotta get that train moving.
No, go ahead. My question is derived from this conversation.
No, go ahead. I have a zombie in front of me. Go ahead.
I always wonder how the freak the T-virus infection works, because the Resident Evil guys, they get bitten all the time. They get, of course, blood and shit all over their bodies and stuff, but they never get infected.
Yeah, you're right.
How the fuck does it work?
Because this game would be hard as hell if you get bit once and you die. That's like Dark Souls shit right there, dude. It's like you won't survive.
But the thing is, I don't recall Capcom ever explaining that.
No, I don't think so.
Or like they're immune in the first place or something like that?
I mean, at this point, I would believe, for example, like Claire, Claire too, of course, but like Jill and Chris and everybody who's already faced zombies should already build immunity, because
like a flu. I see what you're saying. Being bit,
exactly,
like
yeah.
your body
Exactly.
used to fighting it off. Good idea.
Exactly. You don't turn into a zombie, you build antibodies. So that's how real life works. But the thing is, we know for a fact, because that's how the game presents it. It has a 100% success rate. I mean, 100% death rate. So if you get infected, you die and you become a zombie. So why do they never get infected?
Because I bit so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get bit once and they get bit twice, and the second one sterilizes the first one, right?
Ah, like poison counteracting each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're oversaturating your body of viruses and gross.
Interesting.
The virus will be like, you know what, I fuck it.
Dude, I love...
Like, for example, I know, and this is actually explained and makes sense.
Yeah.
Go. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, sorry. It's just that I know that like there's parts in the game, like the store, like it has super soakers and it has like games like back in the 90s. It's kind of like 90 oriented. Anyways, yeah. I just want to say that.
Oh yeah. That's actually pretty nostalgic, man.
Isn't it?
Doesn't look like. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty nostalgic. Oh, what I was gonna say is like
Carlos, I've reached the main avenue.
for
Which way do I
example,
go?
in 7, they do explain how the infection works, and at the
You
end they
mean
do
the
explain
alley
how
that's
to
on
cure it.
fire?
For example, Cheryl, she's immune because she has already been infected, and they explain how the virus works pretty well in that case. But then they never explain how the fuck everybody else just survives it, like Chris and Jill and Leon and all of them. They never explain that, so there's something that's always been bothering me. And mostly because they never explained it.
That's true.
Never explained it.
That's like a plot hole kind of thing, huh?
Dude,
Yeah.
is it me?
Exactly.
Or like the stores look like some sort of like the ones in how is it called? There is zombie game in which you're a photographer. How is it called?
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising, yeah.
It kind
They
of
kind
does.
of look alike, right?
Yeah. Well, they're both made by Capcom, so I kind of see where they get that, you know.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
All right, now, in usually Resident Evil games, I like kind of conserving my ammo. I don't kill every zombie. Do you guys kill all the zombies? I usually just outrun them, you know.
No. Actually, I heard there is some sort of bullet time whenever you dodge a zombie, right?
Oh, you could do a follow-up attack actually, which I haven't done, but I dodged only one. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but about killing zombies.
Do you?
On first playthrough, I won't do in this one because, and I'll go into that in a moment. But right now, you can see that on my stream last week. I actually mentioned it a lot of times there. I only get rid of zombies in places that I need on Resident Evil 2, the library, a couple of hallways that I know that I'm going to be transiting in those places a lot. So I don't want to. I want to have it as clean as possible. But if I really don't need to, I just don't bother.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just there's places where it's like they're so confined that you gotta kill a few just to get them out of the way. You know, they like become a nuisance. Yeah.
Exactly. But the thing is, in this game, I think percent of certain zombies. So you really get to kill them all because they will just respawn anyways.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's something that I noticed on the demo. So either that or they feel like no, it's literally respawning. Because I remember places that I cleaned up, and then I just went, just did something else, triggered a cutscene, came back, and then used something.
Yeah, came back and yeah.
Oh, so that's what a waste of
Yeah, same happened to me.
Waste of ammo. Oh, I forgot about that.
Exactly, because they don't have
Yeah, and
ammo.
it's just like if this was like real life, you know, it's just like you're willing to, or you will be expecting yourself to be saving as much ammo as you can, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. One thing that I don't like about Resident Evil in general, and it is something kind of random. I don't like boss battles in Resident Evil because, and this is on every Resident Evil, any Resident Evil that you think of, from original 1 to freaking this one. Any Resident Evil does this. Boss battles are only made so you run out of bullets and you start the next level without consumables. That's the only reason why they have boss battles. There is no other reason behind them, because they don't restock you well. The boss battles are normally just like bullet sponges.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And that's the only reason why they're made, just so you start the next level without ammo and
with nothing.
And healing
dude,
items.
I hate that. And then I feel so vulnerable with no healing items and no weapons, because a knife is like a damn butter knife that can't cut through shit. You gotta hit a zombie like 50 times in order to make him come down.
That's actually my biggest beef, my biggest problem with Code Veronica.
Oh god!
I remember back in the day, that was my favorite Resident Evil game, but like.
Oh boy, yeah.
2 years
and
ago, last year.
What?
No, go ahead.
No, that I didn't know that game was outsourced by Capcom. I
No, it
barely
was
found
made-
out to today.
No, it was actually made by Capcom.
Yeah,
Really?
it's part of the
was-
series. Yeah.
In fact, the game that was not outsourced, but it was made by a junior team, was Resident Evil 3, because Resident Evil 3 was not supposed to be Resident Evil 3.
Yes. Yeah. It's just Nemesis.
Exactly. Code Veronica is supposed to be Resident Evil 3, but the thing is, Capcom had a deal with Sony that they will have 3 main entries on the PlayStation. So that's why they renamed Nemesis to Resident Evil 3, just to fulfill that deal.
Dude, I heard that
Yeah, and
Code Veronica would be a good remaster. I would like to see that as a remaster.
I was
That's
gonna
why-
mention that, man.
Actually, that's where I was going to with my conversation. I was leading the conversation to that topic because like 2 years ago when I played the whole series in preparation to remake 2,
Uh-huh.
I played Code Veronica and I had to cheat, and this is something I've been doing every time that I play that game. I had to cheat. There's a bug that lets you multiply items at the very beginning, because otherwise the fucking game is really tough, and it's really tough on arbitrary ways. Because the game they make it more action oriented without some of the mechanics of 3.
Yeah.
For example, the dodging and making bullets and stuff. They made it more action oriented, and they have some of the worst boss battles on that series. Like for example, the tyrant on the plane. And I thought it was only me that I always got blindsided by that fight. But then I figured out like everybody complains about that fight the same, because you get to that fight with nothing but a fucking knife.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, why was this my favorite game? It's just so unbalanced.
It is, dude, but it was so cool when it came out. I think I played it on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, it was actually originally launched at Dreamcast because Sega wanted to have a Resident Evil game in their platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, and back then Capcom and Sega had really good relation.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember that's one of the games that made me when the Dreamcast came out. That was one of the games that made me pick it up, because when I saw the screenshots, I was mind blown.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
If you remember back at they not even PC games looked that good.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
because that game, if I'm not mistaken, came out the same year that Deus Ex came out, and Deus Ex back then was considered one of the better looking games. And if you take Code Veronica and Deus Ex, and I love both games, Deus Ex, everybody knows my fanboyism for Deus Ex.
Oh yeah.
One holds up better than other on the graphics department. So back then, not even PC games looked this good, and I was mind blown. So I gotta get this fucking console. So yeah, that's why I and I remember loving it, but I remember always like dropping the game at that fight and then picking it up months later, because it really pissed me off.
Oh yeah, all the time, man. It actually does happen to me with a whole bunch of video games. Not only with that one.
Dude, I love the ambiance in this game, dude. Like the background noise is like.
But the thing is, that's what makes it a prime candidate for a remake, because that game has such potential. It has a lot of potential, and it really just needs just given the remake treatment, the RE treatment, because it has some of the creepier areas too. Some of the, and actually the plots, the story in that game is fucked up, man. So they can make it like really creepy, and this is like differently from War 4, that if they remake it, they will ruin the game. If they remake Code Veronica with the RE engine and all like the darkness and the grittiness that the RE engine brings to the series, I think it will fit much better than
wouldn't it?
Remake.
Yeah, I think it would, dude. That'd be a good move.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
So let's hope. But the thing is, I do believe if they come back with a remake, they will do first Resident Evil 1 first. I don't know why. I have that feeling. I don't
hope
want
they
to.
don't, especially because as you previously mentioned, nowadays you can play like the latest version, like whatever, man. It's just like Switch, mobile, PC, you name it.
And the thing is that the Resident Evil 1 remake is perfect already. It is. I'd say the Resident Evil 2 remake is better. But to be fair, Resident Evil 1 remake is still like holds up very, very much, and it's still creepy and it's still fun and looks gorgeous even today by today's standards. So I don't feel they should revisit that anytime soon. But the thing is, Capcom loves that game, so that's why I think they will remake that before Code Veronica.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right. But the thing is, do you remember like playing it by the first time, like the first remake in GameCube? It looks stunning, man.
Yeah.
Especially with the new mechanics back in those days, the ones in which if you didn't burn the corpse of the zombies, they will respawn as berserkers or something.
as a crimson.
Remember
crimson
those
heads.
Ones? Oh yeah, crimsons.
Crimson, something like that. Yeah, that shit was like you had to burn them. Oh shoot.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh boy, you got me. Paying attention to the screen and in silence. The suspense.
The suspense
is building
killing you. Dude, that part scared me. Oh, and by the way, where I'm at now, this is the end of the demo. If you played the demo that came out a few weeks ago, the thing is, the Nemesis is not there at the end. That's weird.
Huh? That's right, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But I heard they actually did the Nemesis.
They were kind of forced to show Nemesis in the demo.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No, they had to.
Yeah, they had to. Yeah.
No, but what I was gonna say is I think they mentioned that the Nemesis is scripted, so it is not as random as you might.
Mr. X.
Yeah. Do you know how Mr. X works? Actually, it's really interesting.
Why was that?
How he works. Oh yeah, Nemesis is not harassing you. Mr. X, it is actually, people think that Mr. X is actually teleporting, and it's actually programmed to trigger on certain events, but it doesn't work like that. It is actually the actual model is just roaming around the level.
What?
It is actually there is only 2 instances where the character triggers automatically, and in fact, you can bug it in such a way that you can have 3 Mr. X harassing you.
What?
The only two parts where it triggers automatically, like it is scripted to trigger, is at the very beginning when he lifts the helicopter.
Oh yeah, the first time you see him.
Exactly, and then the second part is where you go to the evidence room and you pick up the lever for the library.
Come on, don't look at me.
That's the only 2 parts where Mr. X triggers.
No, wait, please.
Everywhere else, and the police station, because there are some other on the final levels, right? But everything everywhere else on the police stations, he's actually roaming around the building, and he doesn't know where you are. He's actually literally looking for you.
That's creepy.
It is creepy, and the thing is, that makes it, once you understand that, it makes it very exploitative.
Yeah.
That's how I played it last time on my stream last week. That's how I played it. I can actually exploit the hell out of it. The only thing is on Claire B is very annoying because you start and he's already stalking, so it makes it harder for you because you don't get good weapons. But yeah, you can exploit it in such a way that you can make a clean room for you and shit like that. It is very interesting.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like, for example, there is a mod. This is how I learned about it, because I saw like some guy that modded the game in such a way that you can actually expand the camera and render as many rooms as possible. And the guy is like T-posing, and he's not even walking; he's just T-posing and just floating around the level.
Oh, really?
And the only thing that is active is his hitbox, in his sound box because you have to hear when he's coming close by the stomping.
Oh my god!
What? Do you get Nemesis already?
No, the thing is, there was a zombie that was dead, and at first, but then when you come
He'd
back, he's
respawn.
alive. Son of a! That scared the hell out of me because the thing is, I'm backtracking because I want to get the shotgun and I just got the chain cutters.
Yeah.
And there was a zombie that was dead when I first crossed there, but when I came back, of course, dude, he was alive and he bit me or caught my ankle.
But you wouldn't turn into zombie because it doesn't turn you zombie, I guess.
And the thing is, I play Resident Evil to the point that if I get bit once, I don't heal myself. I heal myself to the point that I'm almost to the brink of death. I never hurt myself then heal automatically. No, I use all my life, dude, because that's the way I ration my health.
Yeah, that I think that's probably the sensible way to go.
But I know to some people it's annoying. They'd be like, "Dude, heal yourself." I'm tired of seeing her, limp around. But
Red thing.
that's how I play. That's how I play, dude. So great.
But the thing is, if you just heal like every time that you get like a scratch or something, you'll run out of healing items right away.
Yeah, of course.
All right, I got the shotgun, got the shotty. That's
The shotgun.
That's my. I love how she runs with it. She like has it in one hand, and she's running. That's like, I don't know, I like that. Because I remember Resident Evil, like you would run, you still run with it with both hands. This is more like realistic.
She even looks very badass. Huh?
But yeah, dude, like an action star. Dude. And I love the way how like when you walk, her like hair bobs left or right by the way how you run. Very realistic, man. I love it.
I like the thing that I like about the new redesign of Gil is that she actually looks like an action hero now.
Yeah.
She kind of gives you like those like Sarah Connor type of vibes, right?
Yeah, and I love the way she looks, dude.
Yeah.
They did a great job on how they did her.
Mad dude.
Got the shotty with the shotgun. It's like it's over.
It's finally over.
There's some here. So what do you guys think so far of the game?
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Graphic wise, it looks really good. The demo was fun.
Mm-hmm.
The demo was fun. So, and I don't really mind the length, to be honest, because these are the type of games that even though I can replay a lot, and I can tell you this because last week I did it. Just sitting down and playing it like for a long time is really tiresome.
Yeah.
It wears on you. So I don't mind about the length. So if the game is 6 hours, 5 hours, to me that's the perfect length. So far it sounds really good. It looks really good.
Yeah.
What I play plays really well. So I don't know, Humberto, what you said about it. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's amazing. Again, I think it's pretty photorealistic.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. The only thing is that I'm not sure if I'm like that good with the audio, because in sometimes I don't know if it's kind of fuzzy or something, but it's like you get to hear like all these sounds at the same time, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it creates some sort of interference for me, and but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna like this one. I played the demo, and I think I'm gonna hate Nemesis. I totally agree with Charlie. His custom looks like it's like made of trash bags, so it's like cool.
Dude, the dogs are they're a pain in the ass. They run around you. I tried to I'm like dodging like an idiot. If you guys just catch that right now.
Yeah.
I remember
Actually,
in your stream, dude, you were complaining about the dogs. Remember I heard in your
yeah.
stream you're like, fuck.
But the thing is, do you remember on the OG games, killing the dogs was actually very easy.
Oh, it was, yeah. You can hit him through the fence with the knife, dude. You're like, stand back.
Órale,
Stand back. Sáquese. Sáquese por ahí. Como vagabundo. Sáquese, cabrón.
You know what? Something that I don't like, but it's a very personal nitpick.
What's that?
Something very, very, very personal and subjective, and I wouldn't dock points on it. They don't have the original City on Ruins song.
Oh.
The City Roaming. I love that song.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my
yeah.
favorite gaming songs ever. And they don't have it here.
Maybe due to license, maybe, or the point, you know.
Nah, because it wouldn't fit. Because the music belongs to them. I think because it wouldn't fit the mood of the new game. Which it would. That fucking song is creepy as hell.
Yeah, it is. It is. Actually, you know what song I find really creepy on a survival horror game? For some reason, it's Silent Hill: The Room. That beginning song with the guitar. You know
Oh yeah, it's called Last Bolero, Last Mariachi.
Yeah, dude. It's very like Latin, but at the same time, it's like it's creepy to me, dude. But it's so awesome.
Oh man. Yeah. Actually, that soundtrack for Silent Hill 4.
It's good, huh?
You know, I'm gonna piss some people off, but that's my favorite of the whole series. Because it has some of my favorite songs ever. And the thing is, Akira Yamaoka, he's like a legit musician. Not saying that people on other companies are not legit musicians, but like he does music rather than video games.
Yeah.
And his music is just like you can listen to like outside games, and of all the soundtracks he's made, that's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That soundtrack is so sick.
Specifically because of that song, one that is called Room of Angel, and one that is not even on the game, that is called Your Reign. That's one of my top 10 favorite songs like ever on music.
Dude, by the way, I just shot a zombie and his head exploded, and a piece of his brain is on top of the locker. It's like
What?
pieces of, yeah, it's right there. I'm going to try to hit it with a knife so you guys see it. That's how realistic this game is. It was like pieces of their brain matter. It can go on the furniture and stuff around you. Cool detail, though.
Those are the type of details that they actually didn't need to make.
I know, right? But they did.
But they did, exactly. And the thing is, this is what is mind-blowing. The game runs at perfect 60 frames per second, and as far as I know, you're playing on PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Of course, because we're fucking talking the PlayStation. The PlayStation Pro version, it runs at 4K at 60 frames per second with all that fucking shit.
Yeah.
And it doesn't drop any
It looks
frames.
beautiful. It's so smooth, dude. It runs beautiful. It's like smooth as butter.
That's what I'm telling you. The game is. I'm pretty sure that the engine is already prepped for ray tracing, because ray tracing kills performance. It murders performance.
Yeah, dude. All the lighting in this game. I mean, ooh, I got a hip pouch. Nice. I need more ammo. But dude, this game it looks gorgeous. It's beautiful. Runs smoothly. It's funny how she could dodge and Leon Kennedy can't. You know, it's like.
Dude, but she's an elite cop.
Yeah, she has more experience than Leon, obviously, because she was in part 1, right? So Leon Kennedy is more like a rookie, so he wouldn't know how to do that cool little dodge, I guess, right? I'm guessing.
But the thing is, she's already like SWAT level.
Yeah.
The stars are like a SWAT on the Raccoon verse.
Oh shoot, guys, we're having an earthquake.
Oh shit! Would that be the worm, boss?
Dude, we are actually having.
Or like in San Diego, like you real life?
Yeah. Hold on, baby.
What? Wait. What?
Baby. Did you feel that?
Let me go to Twitter.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's an earthquake. My
What
collectibles
the
are
fuck?
shaking. I'm afraid they're gonna fall on me. I got all these. Oh, that was crazy, dude. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Watch. If you look online, you'll probably see an earthquake happening here somewhere, or somewhere close to us, maybe LA or something.
Yeah, I'm already right now. I already jumped to Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
You guys saw it here first at Reboot Robot. News.
Dude, the last
News here first. Wow.
dude, the last thing that we need, is a freaking earthquake
I know.
on the San Andreas Fault, dude.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna cut my stream here just in case. I'm gonna cut it here, guys. We played at least an hour, so I'm gonna cut it here. So probably call my family and friends because they live more up north. I'm gonna call them.
Yeah.
So so far my thoughts on the game. Like I was saying, I love it. It looks awesome. It runs very smooth, and like you said, I mean, the game is like 5 to 6 hours from what I heard. And I mean, as long as if you look at all the other Resident Evils, they're the same length. Resident Evil 3 and 2, they're like 5 and 6 hours depending on how you're gonna play it. But yeah, but so far, I mean, the game is awesome. I love it. And Shinke, you're gonna do well. I didn't want to put you on the spot about doing streaming tomorrow on this. I didn't mean to do that, but I mean, if you're gonna do it, dude, watch that because you're gonna do a much thorough gameplay as I did because I just ran right through it due to the stream. But I know you're gonna do a much thorough gameplay on that, so we'll definitely check that out. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. How about you guys? Any last words?
No, just be safe, everybody on the Cali area. Yes, it was an earthquake. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming on everywhere, like I always do. So just keep an eye out for that.
Mm-hmm.
And hope you join because we'll be for the long run again. And yeah, be safe, guys. Stay home, please.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Safe, guys.
How about you, Humberto? All good?
Yeah, it's so good.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, yeah, we'll keep in touch. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you soon. Peace. Live long, game on.